whether it be this, that, the other. It's like stress. Stress is like, it can be a good thing or a bad thing. And that's what people don't understand. It's what you choose to do with it. Like the hand you're dealt, irregardless, you have to play it. You know, it's like when you're dealt a hand of cards, you're not like, oh, the person that handed out each card individually was plotting on me having this hand. It was just a hand that you were dealt. You know, the struggles that you go through and overcame, don't let that like slip up and be like, oh yeah, that was a minor thing. Understand that you went through it, you prospered through it, and now you can be perspicacious and go towards new things, new dreams, new heights. Like it's another level that you're working towards. You're striving towards better every single day of your life. And that's the thing that just really hits deep whenever you go into it. You actually think, like, maybe this person or that person's right. Maybe they're not just looking out for their own self interest and trying to hurt me, but that's where you put trust into effect. And that could be with family, that could be with people who present themselves to be family or friends or loved ones that you're close with, like whether it be a relationship, you have to put trust out there to even open up and get that. You know, it's hard to understand as you move along the progress of the process. It's just something that's amazing and beautiful, yet so difficult and so stressful and overbearing at times. And if you really think about it, life is not as complicated as you like to make it. Like, we like to sit on our phones and scroll for days and not open up our mind to the true possibility that we are limitless. And the thing that we hold to, it gives us limitless information that we could use for furthering processes and progress of career, progress of life lessons learned and opened up. It's so crazy to me. Like, we have so much knowledge, and like everybody, like, oh, buy a new phone, buy a new phone. It's like buy a new car, buy a new home, prosper in these type of ways. When you really get down to it, and you start to understand what it is that you truly want to follow and pursue with your life, you create a passion out of it. And the passion that you create out of it drives dedication, discipline, self worth, self improvement, self work, all of these things. And with just a little minute push, a lot of people could be where they truly want to be, but it's like the people that love them don't give them the influence, and they don't understand because, like, things could hold you back. Like, you feel like you can't prosper without your dad or your mom's validation. You feel like you could go to this place or that place. What you have to understand is through self growth and through the self improvement that you need, you can prosper solo. You came into this world alone. You came out. You came into this world alone, so you're going to go out of it alone. You can't bring a U-Haul behind a hearse. Yeah, you can leave things behind for your family, and that's what you want to do. That's what you strive for, is the motivation of generational prosperity. And know that you don't want to make it too easy for those people. You don't want to make it, because like strong men create easy times. Weak men create hard times, and so it ensues. It will follow suit over and over until you realize that everybody's going to have to go through struggle. And for you to even be here, somebody had to go through struggle. Somebody had to earn their way in this world and make it. Somebody had to have the passion, dedication, and drive to be alive, to live, to understand the beauty of life, to understand the love in life that is constantly always around us, that we may not see because we don't open our eyes to it and open ourselves to new perspectives. Because what we do is we kind of view the world as such a way, or in such a way, that we literally like to just see one side of the story, one view, like literally just tunnel vision kind of thing. We don't like to open up and move forward past that tunnel vision. We like to just put ourselves as the center of the world in such an aspect, you know? Like, we feel like the world revolves around us. When it truly doesn't. We're all coinciding, we're all going through these struggles, these patterns, these routines, these addictions, these afflictions that we learned and we can change through habitual process. What we like to do is we like to create these habits, formulate them, and then feel comfortable solely in them, like drinking, smoking, whatever it may be, whether it's hard drugs, whether it's light drugs, you know. Because in a way, both alcohol, weed are in a sense a drug because you form an addiction type thing, as well as it like demotivates you in such a sense, or blocks these receptors like dopaminergic and serotonin that is supposed to naturally be released as you move along, as you process, as you progress, as you wake up in the morning, do the dishes, as you wake up in the morning, make your bed. Those are all just simple little things that literally do boost your dopamine, because at the end of the day, you're not like, oh, I have to make my bed, or oh, there's so many dishes in the sink, or oh, the floor is so dirty, I gotta sweep. And you know, but if you use it as such in a way where you're like, I get to do this. Like, there's people out in the world that can't do that for themselves, that don't get to, that like broke their legs, got paralyzed, or are in a coma and can't enjoy life, or you know, there are so many more people in the world than you realize, and that are affected by negative things that they don't let get in their way, and they motivate themselves even more courageously than most people would ever think to, because they understand that they have to do all that they can to be all that they can, and they understand that if not, they feel worthless and less of life and less beauty in life. So, so all you gotta do, right, is like move forward, accept whatever it is that you want, write it down even. Like write down goals, aspirations, dreams. Speak them into existence with affirmation. If you wanted to listen to meditative music, listen to self affirmation. You could do self hypnosis if you wanted, but you know that in your own mind, even with self hypnosis, I've learned it's not as useful as real hypnotist or whatever, because it doesn't fully conform your brain, I feel like, to do that. But as well as you can work on that solely by yourself and process it in your own time and in your own aspect, because like it's hard to listen to somebody else tell you all this advice, and you, sorry about that, and give you such a motivation when you don't fully appreciate yourself or feel that way about yourself. And it's kind of hard to have somebody care more about you than you do yourself. So if you learn as you walk step by step by step by step by step by step by step, you'll learn that like it's a straight walk, but it's a straight climb uphill. And sometimes it can be a straight climb downhill, which is alright. Everybody takes losses, everybody learns lessons through those losses that are valuable that they take forward into the future and make better things happen out of those aspirations or out of those past failures and flaws. Because you could be like right next to the gold mine, like literally 5 feet away, give up. And then somebody else comes, puts in that extra 5 steps, and boom, you missed out on a gold mine. And so that's really where you want to go with it, because the abundance in life is so much more than people truly think. I've had past hurt where I just got over it kind of thing, working on myself and like learning to prosper through these things. I was held down, held bound for a while. Like I was held down so hard. I felt like I was never going to come back up. I feel like prospering is accepting that the love that you have will be more and more abundant as you learn how to use that love. As you learn how to take it for what it is. I know it's hard at times too, even for me. I learned, like, with my past love, that what I was doing is I was feeling like they were predestined. Predestined. Like, it was something that is never going to change, which, in a way, it kind of won't, but at the same time, it does. Because if you learn that love is more than just, a relationship, and even after, your relationship or whatever, love is more. Because, like, you can completely hate somebody, right? You can completely hate somebody after a breakup or whatever. Or you could learn to love that broken part of both of you guys' self and change that towards a more fixed and better version. You have to put the pieces of the puzzle back together, work on it together. Because if not, you guys are both going to be broken and hurting for a long time. And even if you aren't predestined, because I feel like there is stuff that is predestined from before we were even born to when, like, we're at right now, or where we're at right now. But what we have to realize is maybe it was more predestined to take us on the journey to teach us true love and to move us forward in that aspect. Because, you know, but I still feel like, there was a hold of this weight that would never be let go for probably, I'd say, 5 or 6 years still, you know. And it was only just recent where I truly kind of worked it out and we became friends again and we understood and we changed those parts of ourselves, and we aren't the same people that we were when we were dating. Obviously, we went through it, we changed, we understood more about ourselves, we understood more about love. So in a sense, you could either, like, after a breakup, hate somebody, turn them into your enemy, because that's still a relationship. You still hold resentment, you still hold all these emotions towards them, and you wish it was different or better or didn't hurt as much, all that, right? Or you could, in your own mind, be like, I'm going to remain in love with this person regardless. I still love this person. I might as well make them my friend because, regardless in a relationship, whether it's, family relationship, anything like that, there's still a bond between all of you because you have love for each other. You've made memories, you processed and progressed over and over. And so you keep those memories and you hold them tight because those are essentially who you are in a sense, like your outside self kind of thing, where you've been living just on kind of like it's kind of like Click, where he's on fast forward mode and you just been unconsciously living and doing the work that you need to. You're living your life in such a way or whatever, but you're not essentially realizing your emotions, working through them, going to do the meditation and processing of these emotions. And so it goes over and over and over again in your mind, and you create a habit of feeling hurt and desperate, and in desperation it kind of blocks you from going to the place that you truly want to be, that you truly want to have, like these relationships with these people, or you know like, because it can get in the way of you loving others in such a way because you don't trust, or you don't. So you gotta let go of these barriers, let go of these blinders that are in your way. Because, like I said, it's tunnel vision, kind of. I'm gonna leave it there at this point. This was just a little test. I'll be able to put out more videos here soon and just talk even with you guys. So, yeah. I know that there were still views on this one just yet, but I'm hoping eventually that there will be, and that people will hear this message and understand a lot more about themselves and the ways to process and get through these things. Because if you don't have guidance, then you can't be guided. And if you do have guidance and you don't accept it, it's like leading a horse to water. You can't make it drink it. But you can try and convince it throughout a couple of days by tying it to a tree, waiting, and in its own time, it will come to, you know. It won't, like, it's risking its own life not drinking it. So, in that aspect, it understands and moves forward and grows and accepts it and drinks the water. But that's like us. We put, chain to that tree, or the rope to that tree, and that's where we hold ourselves back because we're not accommodating ourselves to the fullest extent or helping ourselves to get to where we want to be or have been, and accepting where we've been isn't that bad. It's not as bad as a lot of things could be. So remember that. Remember the beauty in life. Like when it's a beautiful sunshiny day, when it's a beautiful sunshiny day, look up at the sky. Understand the beauty in life. It's still inside. Look around. Watch as, you see the trees bringing us the oxygen that we need. And turning something that's ugly like dioxide or whatever, carbon dioxide that we release out as we take a deep breath in and get oxygen. And they take that and turn that into more oxygen and food for themselves. So you understand food for the soul in the sense. That's what I'm hoping to portray and give out to everyone. So I'm gonna keep uploading a few videos here and there and see how it goes. So this is video number 1, and I hope you guys enjoyed.